Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, and I've got Julia Stiles joining me. We are talking about Jason Bourne, which is on its way out. I'm so excited. We talk all about it. Check it out. Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, Julia Stiles, Nicky Parsons, Jason Bourne. They're all back. I was just telling you, I'm so excited. I love the Bourne franchise. So,
Thank you.
it's the greatest intro ever, right? How exciting is it to be back and to bring Jason Bourne back to the fans?
I was so thrilled that we were going to make another movie, and when they called me and let me know that I had a part in it, I never could have predicted that we would have made this many, and that this franchise would have gone this far. But they're really fun to work on, so I was thrilled.
When you look at the evolution, you started this when you were 18 years old. So now having done 4 movies, what has it been like for you personally, but also to see the evolution of Nicky Parsons?
I'm really excited about this installment because it's the first time we really get to see Nikki in like her true self, and she's grown up and matured and become more rebellious. And we find her in hiding because in Bourne Ultimatum Jason Bourne put her on a bus and she was going to have to be running for the rest of her life. But she has gotten involved in like sort of anarchist hacker groups and discovered a lot of dangerous information about Treadstone, and so she has this mission to sort of expose it, and it's basically like a ticking bomb in her pocket. But for me, it's like more interesting because she's not just the good soldier anymore.
One of the things that's great about this movie is the topics discussed in it are relevant to today's
Yeah.
era. Talk to me about, as an actress, being able to work on a movie where topics like this are relevant to what's happening today.
Paul Greengrass, he's the director. He
Right.
has such a knack for making an entertaining action film with chase sequences and fights and all that. But it's always relevant and timely because that's what he's interested in. So it feels great to be part of an intelligent, thoughtful action movie.
Speaking of Paul, you get to reunite with Paul as well as Matt. What's it like? Is it like a family environment when you guys get all back together?
Families have grown. There are a lot more babies running around. Well, not babies, but there's a lot more. Families have expanded, and it was great to catch up with everyone from Paul, Matt, people on the crew, like knowing what had happened in their lives in the. But the first time we saw each other, it would always be weird because you'd be like, "How's your life been in 8 years? Tell me." And it's hard to sum that up so quickly, but we've been able to travel to some amazing places because of these movies too. So I think we all kind of were flooded with interesting memories of like the subway in Berlin and the Medina in Morocco. It was special.
The scenes are insane. Some of the stuff Paul films are just mind-blowing. What have been some of your favorite scenes to shoot on throughout the franchise?
Um, let's see. I think the chase sequence through the marketplace in Morocco and Tangier was pretty great. That was in Bourne Ultimatum because it was in Paul. The way that Paul shoots is like, instead of having extras, he just put us and the camera crew in the middle of an actual marketplace where people were doing their grocery shopping and going about their daily lives. So. We were sneaking around and you'd turn a corner and there would be a camera, but it's 180 degrees of reality. So that was kind of exciting. And then this most recent one, the opening takes place in Athens, Greece, in the middle of a riot.
It's awesome.
So it's pretty remarkable what they staged.
You've gotten to work on some of this generation's greatest cult classics. 10 Things I Hate About You, Save the Last Dance, obviously the Bourne franchise. When you walk the streets or when fans encounter you, what movie do they particularly associate with you? Will they be like, oh my God, I loved you in 10 Things I Hate About You? Like, what's the movie that you most get?
It depends. It depends, on how old or young somebody is or where in the country or the world I am. But 10 Things I Hate About You does come up a lot, and it's really special to me that so many years later, people still get excited about that movie. You know, that's a rare thing, and it's
It
I feel
defined a
very
generation.
lucky.
It's like mind blowing. I mean, it's my producer Maddie, who's 10 years younger than me, was saying she's like, "That's one of my favorite all-time movies," and it's
Oh,
like
it's sweet.
crazy. She's like, "You gotta tell Julia that." So,
Oh, that's great. I'll take it.
how have you stayed so normal? You've been famous and successful from a young age, and that's so tough in this business. How have you maintained normality through it all?
A lot of trial and error. So, like growing up on camera, definitely is crazy. But yeah, I have a really good family, and I have really, I make a conscious effort to stay in touch with close friends of mine, and even though we live on many different places, you know, it's important to me to just live my life and not get too self-conscious and, you know, self-absorbed about it. It's hard, but
It is hard, this business. It's very hard.
well, you're doing interviews talking about yourself all day
Yeah, I
long,
know, it's
so
great.
that would of course like make you a little crazy. But no, I have yeah, I have really good people around me who keep me grounded.
When you look at your career, you've tried, obviously, acting, success. You've tried directing. Where would you like to see yourself 5, 10, 15 years down the line?
Wow,
Powerful question.
no, it's true. It's a good question. I feel like I'm always trying to just live in like the present moment, as sort of hippy dippy as that sounds. So, and appreciate where I am now. Like I look back on my career in my 20s, and I'm like, oh my God, you did all these, worked on these great movies, and like got to host SNL and things like that. And like in some ways, I wish that I had savored it more. I mean, I did, but you know, it's like I want to, instead of always thinking about the next step, I kind of just want to like be here now and enjoy this, you know.
When you get the call, we're bringing Bourne back, the original crew's coming back, what's your reaction?
I was thrilled. Are you kidding me? I was so ecstatic. And this time too, it was really nice because I felt like I was able to be a little bit more collaborative too. Like Paul, when he was in the middle of the writing process, like I would send him, you know, newspaper articles that I had read about, well, maybe Nicky should be doing this. It was kind of like a clean slate because she was in hiding and wasn't working for the CIA anymore, so she had gone rogue. So we could kind of do anything with her, and of course, I feel so grateful. Like, what a thrill. And I feel great. I feel like so happy that I get to be a part of a really cool franchise that I'm proud of, you know, that's like a intelligent action movie.
Congratulations.